By the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to get out of debt fast. It's not going to be easy, it's going to be a lot of work, but we'll be capitalizing on ways to get discounts on things you're currently spending. We're going to be getting sign-up bonuses for money, and we're going to be reducing your spend rate. So stick around until the end because that helps me out with watch time and like the video. It just helps in general. We're going to start off with how I got out of debt because I'm going to be helping one viewer get out of debt without any financial support, just knowledge. With knowledge, I'll be providing him the right strategy, where to save money, and how to get the right banking promotions to get free money to pay off his debt. Now, he's not in a great situation financially because the debt is so high versus the level of disposable income versus the level of interest on the credit cards and loans. It's not a great situation, but you can get out of debt because I was in the exact same situation at the age of 25. So when I turned 18, I got a credit card. It had a $200 limit. I kept using it. And by the age of 25, 7 years later, I've been working for about 7 years, like part-time, when I was in college, and then full-time after that. 7 years later, after working my entire adult life, I had $12,000 of debt. Now, this is crazy. This doesn't make any sense. I was living way beyond my means. The interest rates just kept stacking up. Just living very frivolously, very YOLO, just like, all right, I'm just gonna go out, whatever, this debt just keeps stacking. And I did not understand how credit worked. Now, at one point, at the age of 25, when I looked at that debt, it felt suffocating. And I was like, I gotta do something. So that's when I started researching like how credit works, what my interest rates are, and started coming up with strategies for me to save money. So at the time, I was living in Los Angeles in a one-bedroom apartment for $1,000 a month. That was the first thing that had to go. I was living by myself and I could be someone's roommate for half the cost. Luckily, I had a friend who managed an apartment building and managed two of them, so he had an empty apartment. He couldn't legally rent it out, but I could pretend to be a relative staying there, and he's Korean, so I had to pretend to be Korean. Not a problem. So I pretended to be Korean for about a year to save money on rent. So my rent went from $1,000 to $400 a month, a 60% savings. Now that $600 a month was critical to help me get out of debt because I was paying off the high loans first. That was just approach number one. Approach number two, I made sure to lower all my bills. I wasn't going out to eat, I wasn't drinking, I was just eating very basic survival food that was very cheap. Waffles, eggs, sandwiches, nothing too tasty. I lost some weight there because bad food is sad food, but it is savings. You're gonna save money there. And additionally, bills. You could save money on your bills. You just have to find a cheaper phone service, cheaper internet service, and possibly a cheaper car insurance. There's a lot of different avenues you can find to save money, and sometimes all it takes is asking. So if you're on a internet service provider and you're no longer in the promotional period, if there are competitors in that area or city, you can call and say, hey, I got a better offer for a competitor. Is there anything you can do to match that offer? Otherwise, I might be switching services. And you'll very likely get a nice promotion from your internet service provider, possibly your phone company, possibly some other services. You just have to use these strategies. And since I wasn't going out, I was reading forums about how credit works and moved all my debt from my high interest credit cards onto 0% APR credit cards. They had a 0% APR promotional period for 12 months, and there are a lot that do provide 12 months or more. I'm going to leave a list in the description. And that helped me eliminate all the finance charges I was getting. Now, to move your debt from a high interest paying credit card to a 0% APR credit card, the easiest thing to do is a balance transfer. Balance transfers have fees though. Most of the time, they're a flat 3% fee. Meaning, if you have to do a balance transfer of $10,000, it's going to cost you 3%, which is $300. So it's a $300 fee to transfer that money from your old credit card to your new credit card with a 0% APR. There are some banks that provide 2% balance transfers. I don't know which banks do it at the moment, but I remember I got a 2% balance transfer from Capital One at the time. I remember that clearly because I was very excited to save that 1%. Yeah, it's like $100, but if you're trying to get out of debt, you want like every dollar you can make. And in this monthly series, I'm going to be showing you every dollar that's being made through these bonuses to get our use case study person. I don't know if I should say his name, give him a sample name. Let's give him a fake name for now. Let's call him Kinyo. Yes, Kinyo is an American youth trying to get out of debt. At the age of 23, he has $14,000 of debt. That's a lot, and he has most of that on like $7,000 is in a loan that has a 25% APR, and another credit card with about $3,000 and a 24% APR, and then the rest on another credit card that has 15% APR. That is a lot. That is $2,800 a year if you're only paying the interest fees. Something like that. Don't correct my math and don't check it. It's just a lot of money that's being wasted. Yeah, I just think it's crazy that they do this while providing people with good credit scores or more money 0% or 1% loans, 0% APR credit cards. It's really unfair. So we're going to balance that out by using all the deals that you can learn here at Full Value Dan. We are going to have to make some sacrifices. We might have to temporarily sacrifice his credit score to get out of debt because you need that high utilization on the credit card, because it makes more sense to have high utilization on a credit card, aka maxing it out, so you pay less in finance charges with the other credit cards. So if you do get a 0% APR credit card and the balance is high enough, it does make sense to max it out in that situation. Otherwise, I highly recommend never maxing out a credit card because it can really damage your credit score, at least temporarily. It's just overutilization. And you don't want your credit score to drop, you only want it to go up, so you're eligible for more credit card bonuses. But that might be difficult, and we're going to really focus on the checking account bonuses. We're going to go for whichever credit cards he can get that are 0% APR. We're going to move all his debt, if possible, to 0% APR credit cards, and then we're going to slowly start chipping away at it. Timeline, realistically, I think it can be done in 12 months, hopefully sooner. It depends if there's a lot of good bonuses in the next year. Stay tuned for this monthly series, and I know these slots weren't that organized, but the lessons in this video are: bring down your cost of living as much as possible. Get a 0% APR credit card. Increase his income by getting him bank bonuses, other free money promotions. There's always things that happen online where you can either make a couple extra bucks, get a good checking account bonus for like $400, and we're going to be utilizing everything we see. Pretty much if there's like $50 or more that can be easily made, I'm going to have him sign up for that. And we'll be doing a monthly update of what happened and what's going on, where his debt is currently at, and how it has progressed. I hope you got your full value for today. This has been Full Value Dan, and until next time.